Trojans will put total weather to crank us up. Looks like he's going to try to return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Dumps it off in the flats. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
To the air on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Snags it quickly on the left. They stop him just a length or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love. Now, Jesse, how do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the tailback. Can't get him to the ground. At Once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was in Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
He might want another play. Toss to the outside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
This offense really needs to get something going. Punt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The Trojans decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. The drive comes from the 22. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Newt Rockney, Eric Parsegian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll. A lot of national championships between these two schools there.
The whole time we can keep going on. The uniforms are always strong, always consistent. Fan bases are always so great. This is a game you can set your watch by. You know it'll be good.
Notre Dame comes to the line needing a chunk play on 3rd down. Scanning the field, it's Carr. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Courtney. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Handoff from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They'll move the tight end. Might as well give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Now the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught close to the marker. It's Courtney. What a play by this offense. Finally out of bounds, and a perfect play to wrap up the first quarter. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Turning it on! Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. Let's talk for just a second here about USC. A big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not panic, and get you a fresh set of downs.
And everyone needs to have their packages. When they go 5 wide and they spread you wide, what's your answers? And I like the defense right here, bringing pressure, getting to the quarterback, and hitting him as he throws the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mayava. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Lane. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the 1st down.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And these are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe, they can't dance. Run north-south and get that 1st down. Nice job.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Got it behind the line. It's Jordan. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The pull and throw off the RPO. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times, those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times, good things happen.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
It'll be third and long. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit. Just not on the same page with his target.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. They'll run play action. Extending the play. They got him. It's a sack. What a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. He'll try the left side. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Carr. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Flanagan. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. He's starting to get in touch with his inner Joe Montana as the Irish are moving the ball up top.
And I think that's always the question with the Irish every year is who's going to play quarterback. We know their brand and we know who they are, but are they going to get ballers at that position? Are they going to get a great Ian Book, a great Brady Quinn? That's the next step. And if they find that guy, Notre Dame can do everything they want to do and be great in college football.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line to his wide receiver.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense, now up 20-0, and these people are eerily quiet in here.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Clemson is down right now, but I'm not convinced this team doesn't have a C.J. Spiller-like big play in them. Any change in momentum, and this is a brand-new game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to South Carolina. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Back to pass. It's Mayava. Here's a heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I know it's early in this game, but, man, this defense has had their number. They've done a great job, already built a huge lead, now getting this offense in a situation where they got to pass the football, and they better protect their quarterback better than they are right now.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Grabbed behind the line, it's Strocken. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
The Trojans need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Got some room to run. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Caught in the backfield, it's Flanagan. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football on the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Inside the 50, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They score again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, and it hits the left upright. No good. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Deep shot for the end zone. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making a play, forcing the incompletion.
They'll send the back in motion. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Get it out to the supersonic guy. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. The field goal is no good because no game is perfect. Something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the East Carolina Pirates, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Navy Midshipmen. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. From the shotgun, the inside give. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Pirates have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? Making side adjustments here. Off play action on 1st down. Got his man downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's on his way. Smith wants to throw. Rifles it down the middle. Grabs it inside the 10. And he just... Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. Off the play fake. He wants to take the top off. Ball's in the deep ball. They were backed up and now more than out of trouble at the midfield stripe. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, he makes the catch. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Gonna look downfield again. And he's gonna score. And the Pirates buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. The Pirates with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there. On first down from their own 22.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Now on second down. Smith dropping to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. Makes a grab for a big play. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Reels it in the end zone. Touch. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 35, he's open. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on first and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Rigby. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Purple Pirates. They won it all. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Sweet grab, but they're going to end up taking a loss on the play. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Smith wants to throw. Here's the pressure. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Pirates will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Return's going to get it up around. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Pulls it in down the sideline. Touchdown, ECU. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Big time.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one.
Let's go! Let's go!
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Here we go!
Rides the back on the option. The give. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quickly complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Wants to adjust the pattern. The play action fake. Gonna take a shot. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, East Carolina. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The handoff, keep working on that clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. A first down for the offense. Give to the single back. Breaks into the open. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Catch in the middle, it's Thompson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He had a head of steam working, but he'll be stopped just inches short of the score. The Pirates racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow,
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. They reeled off 6 straight to start the season, undefeated, bowl eligible, but when you have that kind of record, the possibilities seem limitless.
What a great way to start the season. The best way possible, right? Like 6-0, taking care of business, building momentum. This squad continues to climb up the ranks. They're getting better. They're getting more respect. 6-0 is the best start you could have, Palmer, but they're looking for more.
It's been really fun watching this team to get up to this point. So much talent. They've got great coaching, and I feel like they could keep that 0 in the loss column all season long if they keep playing the way they did today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.